Welcome to the nation. I am your host, your president, your tour guide, Mr. Monsta Marago. I'm the landlord, the owner, tenant, the janitor. I'm out the damn floor. Thank you. I want to give a special, humble, gracious thank you to all of those who reached out, called, text, did through any of the methods, used any of the methods to wish me a happy birthday. It was greatly appreciated. Y'all are the best. I'm exhausted right now. Like, I ain't even feel like putting on a hat and stuff to make this video. But it's been eventful. It went down like this. The actual birthday was low key. I spent it right in this room that you're looking at me in with some of my, I'm on the block. The block I grew up on. And I spent it with some of the guys I grew up with, which is something that I haven't done in a few years. So yeah, on that day, I was just floating. I got out to New York on my birthday. I flew out on November 3rd that night, got here early in the morning, kept it low. Everything, I was just floating around, reaching out and accepting the love that was there for me. So that was dope. But then I went to my family house on another side of Brooklyn and realized, I got there, it was like 1, 2 a.m. I got there, they had all kind of birthday balloons and stuff. I'm like, ah. They was trying to surprise me with some dope shit. You understand what I'm saying? I ruined that. I'm sorry. I ruined it. I'm sorry. But you can't be trying to, you can't surprise me unless you somewhere influence it, unless you next to me or in my ear trying, influencing my movements. If you sitting right next to me, or if you in my ear and we off, and and you somebody I love, you can influence my movements. You can go, all you gotta do is say the words I need, or can you please? And you understand what I'm saying? That's if you're trying to keep it a surprise. You ain't gotta keep it a surprise. You could have been like, yo, listen, we got a setup over here for you to turn up too. So whoever you with right now, bring them over here or whatever, or get away from them, blah, 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 blah. They didn't do that, so I felt bad for a minute. But not that bad. I still went over there, you know what I'm saying, and had a good time, you know what I'm saying. Really good time. So it's all good. Salute to my loved ones on both sides of the fence. Matter of fact, I stayed over there, a couple days. You know what I'm saying? And then my sister Storm, Scorpio season, we don't need no reason. We got a Scorpio gang. I don't know about other signs, but Scorpios definitely function like a gang. What you take whatever you will from that. You know what I mean? But so she has set up some activities at a spot that I'm familiar with. I just hadn't been there in a really long time ago. She put us on the list and all of this for this. It's a function. I believe they used to call it the Freedom Party. I don't know if they call them that anymore, but it's at this spot called Le Poison Rouge in Manhattan. Salute to them, right? I used to go there years ago and all of that, but I don't know. I think maybe COVID put an end to a lot of the spots that I used to frequent or whatever, this, that, and the third, and age in Arizona and all of that too. But we go there, we a little bit more than fashionably late, me and my sis, and this shit is crazy, bro. Like, it was dope when I used to go. When I went years ago, I was like, it gave me that feeling that made me say, yo, this is that feeling. I ain't feel this feeling in a while, right? It's dope, right? Pause if applicable. When I did years later, it's grown. Pause, right? It's ridiculous. It was wild. Anyway, like I said, we was fashionably late, a little bit more than fashionably late, but we still got there and was in enough time to hang out for about an hour, 2 hours, right? You know what I'm saying? Because the joint ended at 10 o'clock, and I didn't realize that. Like, people that was trying to link, was supposed to be, was supposed to have been linking up with me that night to come celebrate my birthday with me and all of that. They just getting there 10 o'clock. My bro Swave Sever just got there 10 o'clock. He get there, they letting everybody out. They kicking us out. I'm like, ah. But we heard that the next night they was going to be back, but later. I'm like, that might be something to do. You know what I mean? Because this was actually, if you look at the footage, I don't know if you could tell, but it was a 90s theme event. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that niggas was dressed on some 90s. I think like the way niggas is dressing now was pretty similar
to the way niggas was dressing in the 90s, so I didn't notice that. Wasn't no, that wasn't overtly the case, but the music that they was playing, they was going in on the 90s, the 90s vibes, right? On the second night, it was the 2000s. By the 2000s, I think they mean from 2000 to 2010, and then they start the 2010s and all of that. But this vibe was it was lit too. I gotta say this though. Gotta say this. The 90s night was crazier than the 2000s night. I mean, I had fun both nights. You understand what I'm saying? Crazy, but going back to the 90s night, at 10 o'clock, when they kicked us out, we go outside and all of that, and we start looking for something else to do. It's like, it's only 10 o'clock. We in Manhattan already. You know what I mean? My brother Poudet puts us up on this one spot. We go there, we mobilize. We go there, trash. Find another spot. Club, what is this club called? Club DL, pause, on Delancey Street, right? We go there, and these dudes make me almost blow my cool. They in there, they telling niggas no Timbs, telling niggas no hats, no this, that, and bro. Like, if you don't want us in your club, just say so, B. You know what I'm saying? What did I say on my... Hold on a second. To all my hardcore niggas, yo, I'm still the same. Won't let the game change me, I'm trying to change the game. It's mad lame. Hip hop party rules, no jeans, Timbs, or hoodies, or hats. Sound like you mean me. Fuck out of here. Still get shot up. Ain't nothing there but players. Fuck you think niggas stepping on your $1,000 gator, stupid asses. I've been talking that talk since 97, 98, B. This is weird. But anyway, we go through all of this. All of this, that, and this is how they do niggas in New York. This is how they do their celebrities in New York. Matter of fact, they didn't even know who I was, and never mind the fact that I'm a celebrity. But at the end of the day, we go through all of this arguing, cussing, and fussing, and then my man tells the dude at the door who I was, and then he want to change his whole. All of a sudden, we cool. I was mad. I was madder than I was when he wasn't cool. But I ain't want to blow it up. Everybody was in a good mood. I took a leadership role and kept my peace. So it was cool. We went up there and respectfully, I was right. They don't like black people that much. We was up in there and it was quite white. But it was dope though. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily my vibe. After that, I think we went home. The next night, there was this event. And this is one of the events I came back to New York for specifically. I saw on Instagram, right? There was this dope post I saw, right? And it came from, I can't think of the dude's name, but let me find it for you right quick. It was...
We're at a tall person meetup.
Hold on.
We're at a tall person meetup in Chicago. Here we go. Hi. Wow, you guys look amazing. How tall are you?
I'm 6'1". 6'2". I'm 6'5". 5'11".
6'7". My wife surprised me, actually. I didn't know I was coming here.
So you surprised him coming here today?
Yes, I did. Wanted him to feel normal for an afternoon.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'10". 6 feet tall. 6'2".
6'11". Where do you get your dress clothes at? This one's from Brooks Brothers. It is a fitted suit. I'm a lawyer. This is what I wear to court every day. So. Are you single? Yes, I am very single.
I'm 6'1".
6'6".
I'm 5'11". 6'2". 5'11". I love not being the tallest person in the room. I'm 6'2". 6'3". 6'4". I know that a lot of people here understand what I'm going through.
I'm 6'3". Shortest I ever felt in my life.
All right, so y'all get the picture, right? That video is probably a minute and change long, right? I was like, I want to go. You know what I'm saying? I started inviting some of my tall people. I'm sending them the post. Yo, I'm going to this. I had this on my mind when I got out here. I get up there. It was from 4 to 7 p.m. Bro, sis, fam, citizens. This was crazy. The line was not wrapped around the corner. No, it was wrapped around the block. The front of the line and the back of the line were touching in the front of the club. Pause, if applicable. It was ridiculous. Now, I love my tall people. I would love to get more acquainted and more familiar and network with my Tolians. But I don't love the idea of that. I don't love y'all more than I hate waiting on lines. And this was crazy. I filmed some of it. I would have filmed the whole line, but that was too much work. But check it out. This shit is wild. So in the meantime, my bro Mag is hitting me up like, yo, I'm down here. One of my tall brothers, he was going to go to the joint with me, but he's like, you know, he found something. He was already in Manhattan while I was on my way to Manhattan. He found something else to get into. He like, yo, I'm over here. I'm going to stay over here. When you get done over there, come over here. I was done over there pretty quick. So I went over there and I hung out with the whites. He was over there with the whites. He's over there being treated like black royalty by the whites. I go over there, I hang out with him for a little while, get some drinks, you know what I'm saying? The DJ in there, super solid. He rocks with your boy. He playing songs off of Ether Rocks. That don't be happening. Niggas usually only play the oldies. He did that too. He played some of the songs off of Ether Rocks. Salute to him. Left there, I finally conveyed to him what I was trying to convey to him about the spot from last night that was probably going to be even more crazy tonight. Which it wasn't, like I said, the 90s night was a little better than the 2000s night and all that. But then we went there, and it was crazy. I had a ball, you know what I'm saying? I don't, listen, bro, in my age, I don't usually do the partying multiple nights in a row. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, going to, nah, B, I'm a little bit too 252-ish for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, B, and I don't mean, y'all know what I mean. So yeah, but overall, it was great. I got one more bit of celebration to do out here, and then I'm going back to AZ. I gotta celebrate with my baby girl too. You know what I'm saying? That, yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, you was super thanks. You know, all this stuff. BCC, not BBC. Pause protesters. Get your ass out of here. The rest of y'all,
Let's go. I'm one of the realest you ever gonna see. I ain't come here to lie to you. Niggas done with a lie to you. I get Beanie Siegel's first album, or Paul Pierce even, they got the truth. I'm sick and tired of you, you comical when I'm not in the mood for jokes. You are not a goon, not a shooter or a rider. You shoot off your mouth and you be riding dudes, cock for loot, dude, that's a prostitute.